Ready? Cool. Oh, you really weren't. Big yawn. Always with the silence in you.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get serious.
Okay. Laughing is not a key.
I'm truly, really trying to keep myself serious. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get there.
I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Serious.
Oh, restart.
Okay.
Don't look at me. Oh,
look at this work text.
Put your hand down.
My hand?
Just in the shot. I'm trying to get serious.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to have a moment with the audience. Okay, ready? Hello. Welcome back to the Cade and Joaquin Talk to You podcast, episode 24. And a special announcement. The Queen is dead.
Now we announced that?
Yeah, I thought that'd be funny. Because it's been like, I think a month.
No.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Since when this episode comes out.
Yeah. She's super dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
How she was a gamer.
Yeah.
This is 24 hours of Cade and Joaquin.
They're parading her body around the country.
They paraded her body. Oh, yeah, they're doing like a whole like...
Yeah, they put them at like...
service.
Yeah. It's not a funeral service. They more like they put her body in places that were like government
It's like when they used to find a corpse, then sew a fish body onto it and put it in the circus and be like, we found a dead mermaid.
Really?
Yeah, that was a thing they used to do.
That is wild. You serious?
Yeah, that's how
a big fucking fish you gotta get.
That's how mermaid... It would be like a marlin, and you'd chop off the half of a marlin, and then you'd be like, hey, look, we found a mermaid.
When I drive to work, there's like a guy who sells seafood. He comes like 2 times a week.
On the side of the road? Sorry, I just hit
he has
myself
like
right
he's
in the
been
mouth.
there for years.
Okay.
It's his spot. And I noticed that today I was looking at his signs. He has a signs for swordfish. That motherfucker sells swordfish.
Does he catch it himself?
I don't know. I've never been there, but he's been there for years. And I mean, obviously that's gotta be some kind of good business if he's been there for that long. Well, his company is named Shrimp Mate.
Shrimp Mate?
So he really is into shrimp.
Is it just him, or is there...
I've only ever seen one dude, like this maybe 50, 60-year-old white dude. It's always seen him there.
Does he have like fishing equipment, or is he just fresh from the lake?
Oh, he has he's there when his RV's there.
It's just out of his RV?
So he lives out of his RV, and he goes down there, does all probably, I'm guessing, all the shrimp, and he has his boat, goes all his fishing, and then comes back, loads it up in the RV, comes back here and sells it.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
My mom was at a thing today, Shogun, where it was, I don't want to say the exact name of the event, but it was for old people. And there was this guy there who was like 80, but he looked like he was 60. It was jacked. He's huge pompadour hair, and he's from New York. He was like, yo, what's happening? I'm going to do all the sports today. One time I was at the Holiday Inn, and I was doing a dance. He also competitively dances. I was competitively dancing, and I had my lady by the back of her elbows, and I started twisting her up, and then I put a hole right in the ceiling of that Holiday Inn.
Jesus Christ, that guy's ripped.
This guy's awesome.
In shape old people scare me.
You've done a lot of work if you're an in shape old person.
Like you can't naturally be that size. Like I remember this one guy came to my work. He's gotta be like in his late 60s, right, dude?
He was jacked.
Fucking like Arnold Schwarzenegger would be jealous. This guy was huge, and he was shorter than me. So it made him look. It made it like even look scarier. Like,
he looked like a square.
Shredded, dude. Like shredded. It was so weird to see.
I love it, especially when someone who's really shredded has a really high pitched and pleasant voice.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, wah, rah, rah, you're like, oh
like
my
Mike Tyson.
God. Yeah, like Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson is really scary, but when you hear him talk, you're like, oh, Mike.
Especially like prime Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson now is not as scary. I mean, he can still fuck a lot of people up.
I don't want to get punched by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and he's a little crazy still, but like prime
he's
animal.
Come down.
Like animal in a cage.
Yeah, like biting someone's ear off.
Yeah, like that dude. And
did that guy get his ear back on?
No, still fucked up.
That sucks for him.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, what'd you do that for?
And it's crazy that he bit his ear off while wearing a mouth guard.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's
I think he's wearing
he's
wearing a mouth guard. There's no like sharpness, because if you have like the teeth, it makes it a little bit easier. But the fact that it's just like
he just
only
ripped.
your bottom teeth is exposed.
He won that, right?
And he lost the fight. He got
because he ripped his ear off.
Yeah, I think he got
that's
not suspended. It's not a fucking gladiator fight. It's a boxing match. If it was a gladiator fight, that wouldn't even be a point. Then he'd be like, oh yeah, he bit his ear off.
You give it to him in the boxing match, but in the gladiator fight, you're like, that guy sucks.
I remember seeing, I don't know if it was like a clip or like some skit or whatever. Like Mike Tyson goes up to Holyfield's house. It's like a little small like box, like a gift box. And Holyfield opens the door, and Mike gives him the gift. he opens it and it's the remaining part of his ear.
Oh.
And I thought that it was so funny that like for years Mike Tyson just had this. He was waiting to repent for his sin of biting
He keeps it in his close to his heart.
Yeah, like he had like an earring. It was like it was a necklace of Holyfield's ear. He's so gross.
I do think that Mike Tyson could win in a gladiator match, though. Like, if you just said go wild. Prime Mike Tyson.
Well, okay, if it was with weapons or like just you fight with hands.
Well, he can also use the weapons.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to base someone off that because his specialty is in boxing.
Okay, so let's...
I mean, like not mixed martial arts.
We'll make it... Did you hear that Tom Hardy entered a
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu tournament and won? Yeah. That's crazy.
Tom Hardy, I think he's like been doing jiu-jitsu for a couple years now, like a long time.
Congrats to Tom Hardy. Come on our podcast and talk about how you won gold at
I'd
that
be afraid to
jiu-jitsu
interview
tournament.
Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy seems like a scary person.
I would interview him only if he talked as both Eddie Brock and Venom the whole time.
I know he's one of those actors that are very dedicated to his craft.
He's a method actor, I think.
Yeah.
Which, when you're playing Venom, is hilarious.
He's in Peaky Blinders, and whenever he's in Peaky Blinders, I never know what the fuck he's saying. Like his accent is so like
that's the
tough.
tagline of Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders. You'll never know what we're saying. Then shows you a clip. Hey Bob, you want to hit Dr. Bob?
Everyone else isn't that bad. Tom Hardy, it's like, dude, like even they don't know. Sometimes they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He comes like, hey Bob, this, and then Cillian Murphy's like, yeah, we're gonna do what he said.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, because they read the script, but he's just ad-libbing.
Yeah,
like,
the whole time.
Great.
Yeah, I would love if there's a character, like a very serious show, he just improv the whole time.
I love the idea
But he's
of
very
not
pivotal.
giving someone a script.
He's very pivotal to the role
Yeah.
too. So he's just like the whole time.
He gets the call list, and that's it.
Yeah.
So he knows
Yeah.
what characters will be in the scene.
No idea what's gonna happen.
Absolute. That's such a good idea.
Dude, I want that to happen so bad.
I'm in love with the idea of making a movie where it's shot with like maybe you get like 2 or 3 cameras, and then you give everyone the script and they get to read it one time.
I want to do that too.
And then they have to do the whole movie.
I want to do those things where you make the movie in a night or 24 hours. You don't want to do that 24 hours?
Not at all.
Why?
Sounds boring and uninteresting.
That sounds boring.
I don't want to do it.
How does that sound more? How's that boring to you?
Boring was the wrong choice of words, but I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to do
see,
it.
boring that's the wrong choice.
Boring is the wrong choice.
Because boring means you're just like, this is like light work. This is child's play for me. That's boring.
It's
for
not
you.
boring. It's
Mayhem.
no. It's just it doesn't interest me because I don't want to rush a story.
That's why I want to do it because it's nonstop mayhem for 24 hours.
But you go when I make a movie.
Fuck the whole making. Because when I make a movie, it needs to be real and deep to me. Not for that aspect.
We make
just for
movies about Dracula farting.
Yeah,
and
but you
stuff.
take a lot of seriousness when you make them and you write the script. You're very serious about it. But I'm talking about just for the pure fact of for the next 24 hours, you will not breathe, eat, sleep, or shit for 24 hours. That's why I want to do it. Because there's that mayhem of trying to get something done. Because I bet you that sense of accomplishment afterwards, even if it's shitty, it doesn't matter because everyone else is going to be shitty. Every movie there is going to be shitty. It's more just the fact of just doing it, which sounds fun.
No.
Really?
I don't think it sounds fun.
Interesting.
Because the fun part to me of a movie is A, getting to work with people that I believe will bring the material to life, and B, you're going to say something mean. You're going to say something really mean.
No, I'm saying it's not that serious, though. That's the whole point is not to be serious.
I know, and a lot of,
It's like slam ball. You know what slam ball is?
you bring up slam ball all the time.
I have never, ever brought up slam ball.
You
on this
bring up
before.
something that makes me think of
I have
slam ball
never
all the
brought up
time.
like it's like bad. That's what this is. Slam ball.
Uh-huh.
You know what slam ball is?
Sure. No.
No? Okay. It was like this thing in the early 2000s where these guys played basketball on trampolines.
That's
All
awesome.
it was intense. It was fucking crazy. That's what this is. No one is there to keep really serious. Yeah, it's a little bit of competition. People are going to get fucked up. But it's just for fun. That's all it is.
I know it's just for fun. And I understand that.
So are you against fun?
Yes.
Are you a fun hater?
Yes.
Funnest.
I'm a funnest.
Funnest.
I wish you just said fascist. Just unrelated. You are a fascist.
Let's get into that. Why are you a fascist?
Well, I was once with Karl Marx.
Probably might be. Dan's going to fuck up the audio.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Eugene Levy's World of Mini Golf?
No?
It's a video game for the Philips CDI.
What the fuck is that? Like Philips, like
The DVD
company?
people.
Yeah.
They made a video game. Well, it was mostly a DVD player, but it also had video games on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it had like Zelda games and Mario games, but it also had Eugene Levy's one wacky
like
world
trademark
mini golf.
Zelda
yeah,
games?
Nintendo.
Really?
In the 90s, Nintendo was trying to do a disc add-on to the Nintendo 64, with Sony, and then Sony said, "Fuck you, we're gonna make that PlayStation." So then they were like, "Philips, do it with us," and then Philips was like, "Okay," and then Nintendo was like, "We hate working with Philips. You can use our characters for like 3 games."
Yeah.
But then they also made a game with Eugene Levy, aka Big Eyebrows Man.
I still don't know who Eugene Levy is.
What? He's the guy who walks in on that guy fucking that pie in American Pie.
I've only seen American Pie once, and I fucking hated it.
I haven't seen American Pie.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
guy.
know Eugene Levy. He was on Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
I
Holy
love him
fucking
and his
shit.
son.
I didn't
What?
realize that was his son in the show.
They look
That's
exactly
really
the same.
I thought it was a coincidence. That's really cool.
Yeah.
He has a daughter, too.
He does?
Yeah.
Does she also look exactly like
Sarah.
Eugene Levy?
She has the eyebrows.
Let me see.
They're not as bushy,
She
but
does
they're...
not have the
but they're-
eyebrows.
Oh, maybe not in that photo. The photo that I just had, they're more prominent.
No.
Maybe not in size, but in the darkness.
That's the trademark Eugene Levy eyebrows.
I feel like if my eyebrows were ever that big, I would have to get like...
I'm close.
You're nowhere near... Compared to that.
Compared to
Because
Eugene Levy.
yours dies off at the end.
Yeah, his are
His is a straight
It's a
caterpillar.
straight line. We have a very interesting set for our podcast.
It's just a room.
It's just a room, but
Yeah.
it really does feel like the podcast set at this point.
I guess so, yeah.
Because
I guess we've done it for so long.
We've done it for so long, and also rarely do I touch anything behind us.
Never. That's still the same from when I left.
Yeah.
That bed.
Just
I fucking hate that thing, dude.
the prison.
Like when I went to sleep that night, it was fine.
This most recent night?
That took got slapped.
Yeah,
That
I
night?
was there.
No, it was only me and Chloe when I got slapped.
I watched the aftermath.
Of me hugging her and saying all that. That was it. That was the aftermath.
I was everywhere.
I remember you were there when I got slapped. Yes, I got the shit slapped out
You
of me.
got hurt. It was red on your face.
Yeah, my ear was ringing.
Good.
Yeah, I
Pretty
didn't deserve the slap,
You didn't.
but
you
I
did.
felt like I
I
needed
don't
it
remember that part.
in restitution.
Why do you
Yeah,
hate the prison bed?
Because it's just so uncomfortable. There's like a random fucking line in the middle of it that changes the elevation. A bunch of bumps in it. And I went to sleep that night because had too fun that night.
Good.
And
Good pivot. Good way to pivot.
It didn't matter what it felt like when I was going to sleep that night, right? Because I was
Mhm.
all you're just like,
Yeah, you're just out.
and then I woke up like 3 a.m, hot as shit.
There's no way you woke up at 3 in the
No,
morning.
sorry, it was like 6, maybe
Okay.
7 around there. And I woke up hot as shit, just like, and like my back was like, we hate everything right now. I was like breathing hurt. It was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. Where you feel like you feel your rib cage.
Yeah, dude, that shit. Fuck, I hate that thing. I'm gonna invest in a memory foam like pad to put over it for when I come over.
That's
like,
really smart.
like it's so bad, dude.
That's
I
so
hate that
funny.
thing.
I recently was thinking about how when I used to wake up, I would stretch every like not stretch like get up and do stretches, but I would like stretch out my legs.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore because every time I do it, it makes my entire calves cramp up.
I was about to say, you ever like wake up and have a cramp and just?
God damn. Have you ever woken
Dude,
up
that's how
because you have a cramp?
I've never woken up because I had a cramp. What happened to me a lot actually is that I'm about to fall asleep.
Oh,
I had a cramp in my
inverse.
bottom of my foot because I sprained my right foot years ago. I think like 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sprain something, it never fully heals, so it's always still very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they always say it's better to break anything because it just automatically heals.
Yeah.
So my right foot is a little less flexible, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll stretch it, like my toes are in a weird angle, and I'll stretch. For some reason, I would stretch out my right foot. I'm about to fall asleep, and then fucking that shit would cramp, dude. And it'd be like Tom and Jerry. I'm just like just whoa, dude, oh my god,
That's what I do too.
just dying, dude.
It's the worst when I'm in the movie theater because it's
Oh.
happened to me and I can't make any noise and I'm just because it's always my calves, like all of my
I
calves.
never cramped
and
my
you can-
calf up before.
Oh my god, dude! You can touch it's hard as stone. It's a nightmare. I'm gonna sit like this now.
And it's hard. That's actually probably worse because you can't really like stretch that. 'Cause
Yeah.
When I cramp my foot up,
You
foot
can
up,
kind of stretch your foot.
I can stretch my toes out, and it kind of like it hurts like a fucking bitch, but it helps get rid of the.
Yeah, I have to
tension,
go
I guess,
in and
you know?
rub out the fucking tendons.
Cause I feel like that's hard because you can't move your calf. You know.
No.
I mean, you can do this, but at the same time your ankle's locked.
Yeah, you
so like
can't.
you can like slightly move
From
it.
below the knee, I'm fucking
Yeah.
inert.
I'm afraid to cramp up my thigh.
Ooh.
A thigh cramp.
Do you
I've
think
seen
anyone's had a dick cramp? Is that a boner?
Maybe. I mean, because then it'd be like if your dick's pulsating.
Oh,
if
that's a
your
gross
dick was
word.
pulsating, then it's like a dick cramp. But I feel like, have you ever seen those videos? Someone have a cramp and it's like you can see like the fucking muscles like
Yeah, they're
like
all
doing-
like it looks like something's breathing.
they're
in their
doing the wave.
skin. Yeah,
like, dude, I'm afraid like I've been working out a lot more the past couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I'm gonna get to a point one day where I forget to stretch, and I go home, and all of a sudden my fucking just like my leg just starts doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid. 'Cause I've had one cramp. No, my dad's had a cramp in his calf, and I could see it like tense up, and I was laughing my ass off.
It's awful.
Because he was like, "Oh my god, I'm dying." It was his thigh. It was his thigh. And he was like, "Oh my god, I'm dying." He was like limping around the house. My dad just sit down. He's like, "I can't sit down. I can't sit down." Oh my god. And he's like he's like bending over the table like, "Oh my god." Dude, I was in the corner next to my fridge, like falling down like the wall, like dying laughing. Because I've never seen my dad in that immense amount of pain. If it was like serious pain, I wouldn't laugh, right? Because only a cramp.
Yeah, you can
I was laughing. I've never seen it before. It was so fucking funny. I guess it's funny seeing him that vulnerable. You know what I mean?
That's a really mean sentence.
Oh, because he's my dad, so I've never seen him like, I don't know.
Cry.
I've never seen him like that before. No, I've seen him cry multiple times.
Vulnerable.
And my mom cries over movies all the time.
That's true.
I've never seen him just like in an immense amount of pain like that to where it's funny. So that's made it way, way more funny.
Of the 5 or 6 days that we shot Immortality, 4 of those mornings I woke up with cramps all the way up to my knee.
On that fucking
because of that hoverboard.
Yeah, hoverboard, yeah.
Which genius idea from you. I don't know if I've given you enough credit for that. That was such a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, my legs were a nightmare.
It's so funny that it wasn't until you were editing the movie you're like, I could wear whatever shoes I wanted.
I could wear whatever shoes I wanted.
So much
I wore
funnier.
dress shoes the whole time. But
there was
my
2
feet,
shots where your feet were in it.
Yeah.
When you sat down on the couch.
It's literally when I was walking.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we literally had to frame each shot so that we couldn't see my feet.
Mm-hmm. Because also made it funny is that no one else thought about that. So
Why didn't any of us think of that?
I don't know. I think we were all just too focused on
everything else.
This task at hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was really funny. Everyone being like, "Oh my god!" after you like made the realization.
When did I make that realization?
I think we were having the premiere.
Oh, damn.
Everyone was there.
Everyone was there.
Everyone was there.
That's fucking crazy. That was admittedly, there's a lot of fantastic parts about making that film.
Yeah.
That was not one of them.
No.
That was so painful.
For you.
I'm not talking about the premiere, I'm talking about my calves.
I know.
Okay.
For you.
I want to make sure. Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
What was the worst part of making that movie for you?
That really a question you got to ask me right now? All the fucking makeup I put on my face.
I forgot we had to do that.
And constantly being in an old man voice.
I was doing a voice the whole time.
Yeah, but yours is just like this. I I really had a breath the whole time.
Dracula was straining.
It's way different. It's different. It's in a different way. Yours is straining. Because also Dracula voice is admittedly easier to do than an old, dying, decrepit man.
Kinda.
Kind of sound like I'm out of breath the whole time.
Just trying to
Also,
like this.
It was the makeup, I guess.
The
it
makeup.
Putting on the makeup
took a long time.
Camilla got better at it as the days went on.
I really think it's funny that Camilla was the one who ended up doing it, considering Camilla actively said, I think she said, I'm not good at doing makeup.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She did so good.
But it was, admittedly, the worst part was taking it off.
Really?
Because I have the skin, the sensitive skin around my nose and under my eyebrows. So that shit would fucking burn when I was wiping it off. And also, it just took so long because it would be also after the whole night of shooting.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 3, 4 in the morning. I have to work the next day. I have to drive home still, but I have to go sit in your fucking bathroom for like 35 minutes wiping all this shit. It's not really sorry about it, but that was the worst part for me, was taking off the makeup.
Reasonably so.
Yeah. I guess as an acting standpoint, the hardest part for me was trying to consciously do this old man voice the whole time, the same way the whole time. That was hard for me.
When I did ADR for that, which there's a couple lines, you can tell a couple of them because I didn't mix the sound perfectly, but I think some of them worked really well. I was doing the ADR and I would listen back to my lines and I was like, I don't remember how to do this voice. Or in the exact way for that whole week. I was doing the same voice. Then a couple weeks passed. How the fuck do you sound like Dracula? But Robert Pattinson talked about this on Batman, where he just was like, I couldn't find the Batman voice when I was at first doing the ADR, and I was like, come on, Robert Pattinson,
you're a professional.
You're a
fucking professional.
Then, I hadn't yet done the ADR, and then I did it, and I was like, oh fuck, Robert Pattinson, you're right.
I thought afterwards you were still going.
No. Afterwards, I'm more like, oh my god, yeah, totally. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, when I was at work a couple days ago, though, I did the voice. I don't know, I can still do this. And right now, don't know how to do it. I don't know how to. I think it's when consciously you're trying to think of doing it, it's harder.
I was really hoping you were going to say that someone came up to you and said, were you Van Helsing in Immortality?
I would be afraid.
By the way, have I told you that I learned after the fact that Van is not his first name?
What's his first name?
Abraham.
Wait, so what's the Van part?
That's his last name.
Oh my fucking god, Cade. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. His name is Abraham Van Helsing.
Dude, what the fuck? How'd you never know? Did you not read Dracula?
I have Dracula.
I thought you read Dracula before it.
I saw Dracula before.
Oh my god. Dude, we're gonna, like, imagine there's a whole community of fucking Dracula fans. They're just pissed now.
They're angry.
Our adaptation.
Well,
not because you're like a goofy Dracula or whatever.
Just
because my name's Van in it.
And then Audrey's Vanessa.
Oh my god.
Vanessa Helsing.
That's so fucking funny.
Because Van Helsing, that sounds like a full name to me.
To be fair, every single person I've ever said to, I'm playing Van Helsing, I guess no one knew of Dracula's story that well because they never went, is his name Abraham? They never said that. So I just, maybe no one will notice.
I also think a lot of people don't know who Van Helsing is.
Yeah. When I said it to people, they knew. Like the guy who hunts Dracula. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you gotta explain.
Yeah.
But I feel like just off the bat, you're like, yeah, I'm playing Van Helsing. People are like,
who the fuck is Van Helsing?
unless it's 2004, you're Hugh Jackman and you're playing him in the movie Van Helsing, no one knows who you are.
Yeah. To be fair, though.
Hugh Jackman's hot. That's why.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
Hugh Jackman's
Is that what? That's not what you're gonna say.
No, I'm about to say Hugh Jackman, like, everyone's gonna know. No matter what. Hugh Jackman's the shit.
He's a shit. I don't remember the last thing he was in. I feel like it's been forever since I saw him in something. No, he was in that Wet World, not Water World.
Yeah.
But Water World where you go into Inception.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I have no fucking clue. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and it was just.
That was one of the most confusing movie trailers I've ever seen.
It left me in so many questions. I didn't even want to see the movie. I was so confused. I'm like, I don't fucking want to see this now. Like,
I remember sitting there and really trying to absorb it. And so let's try and just break down the trailer.
I don't even remember the trailer. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So let me try and describe to you because I think this is what happens. Hugh Jackman is staring at that woman from the Dr. Sleep, and he's like, "You were my wife, or you weren't." And then she's in a pod, and she gets out of a pod, and then he's like, "I'm also a cop, and it's Waterworld." And then everyone starts shooting. He's like, "I have to go into the dream to find my wife so that we can save Waterworld." And then Kevin Costner doesn't show up.
I don't remember any of that. I really blanked all that out.
That's the best description I can give you of what I think happened in the trailer of that movie. Have I ever told you what I did when I was in ninth grade and I had to do a report on The Book Thief?
You made it all up, didn't you? Or you just?
I didn't make it all up.
This. You did like the night before, right?
I did all the night before. Got a C. Great job for me.
Yeah.
But I had the book, didn't read the book. Mm-hmm. But what I had done was about a year and a half prior to this, seen the trailer to the movie The Book Thief.
Yes, you did tell me about that.
So I based my entire project on that movie trailer. I might have also said this even on the podcast before. And if I have,
you talked about it on the show, not on the podcast.
No, oh, okay.
Yeah. Isn't it weird that we
got two
separate
errors?
them? Yeah, we separate them though.
The show and the podcast.
This is technically the same exact thing. It's just longer.
It's actually shorter for us.
Well, I mean, like a session of when it comes out.
Yeah,
like it's
longer when it comes out, shorter for us. Yeah, because for everyone who doesn't know, we used to do a video game show for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. 6 years.
The way that we would do it,
and let's go the original way we did it. The original OG stupid fucking way we used to do it.
I don't know how we did this.
I don't know either.
What we would do originally was get together and we would record 14 episodes. Mm-hmm. And at this point in time, the length of our episodes was 22 minutes.
Because our explanation for it was, well, we want to make it like a TV show. So a TV show is 22 minutes without ads. So we'll do 22 minutes straight.
Yeah. So that was a bad idea. How long is that?
6 hours.
That's 6 hours? We record for 6 hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
We record for like 3, 4, eat, come back 3, 4 hours.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But eventually we realized.
But we did that. We did that way for probably 2 years.
Yeah.
2-3 years we did that way.
Every 2 weeks we would get together for 6 hours and record. That's probably why we know each other so well.
Maybe. That's a good. That makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
But the thing is, we would still hang out outside of that.
Yeah.
So we were building up chemistry outside just doing this part. So that's honestly why we are so good at talking all the time. Because
for so long.
Because then when we changed, like you're about to say, we still did it for 4 or 5 hours. It wasn't 6 hours anymore.
No.
6, 7. We would still do for about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, but now we're just doing 15-minute videos.
Yeah.
that were still
And they were
14.
gonna cut down though.
Nope.
That wasn't cut down.
We did a while where we just did 15 straight. We're like, we can't do 22 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then we took a break for 8 months, and when we came back, I started cutting
a weird
them down.
live action phase. We were like Cartoon Network real.
It was like seeing real,
Yeah,
except better.
they had Destroy the Bill Destroy.
Yeah, but we had that video where we make the burrito,
That's true.
which
That's
is
true. We gotta do something like that again.
We do. Oh my God, have you ever? Do you know that song where they're in prison?
I was just got really intense.
Do you know that song where they're in prison?
Jailhouse Rock.
No. And like the guy in prison is singing. He goes, "Nobody knows the trouble I've seen."
No,
you've never heard that in like a movie.
I know. Nobody knows, but that's it. And then every time I hear that part, I always think of the Shrek song. Well, no, not Shrek. When Donkey is going, "I'm alone."
Donkey sings it.
There's no one there to find me. That part.
He sings the "Nobody Knows" that. He goes, "Nobody knows the trouble I see."
Yeah, because he goes, "I'm alone."
Yeah, but he first goes, "Nobody knows my sorrow."
I only remember that second part, the second verse.
Well, let me tell you how that song ends.
I gotta watch Shrek again, dude.
I do too.
I fucking love Shrek.
I really want to watch Shrek again. Let me tell you how that song ends, Joaquin, my friend. That song ends with them going, "Nobody knows but Jesus."
Of course. You always gotta put Jesus in there.
You gotta throw Jesus in there. If he's not in there, if you don't make space for Jesus, did anybody ever
What's a gigolo?
The gigolo is a person who has sex with old people for money. Generally, if they're, I don't know if it's male exclusive. I think it is though.
Interesting.
Because
like
there's
an old man that.
No. It's a young boy who has sex with older women.
Oh.
For money.
You just said old man.
I didn't mean to.
That's why I was confused. I was like, I thought it was a gay thing, but no, it's not.
No, it's a kid.
It could be a gay
Maybe
thing.
It could be.
Maybe,
yeah, it could be an old man. But from my knowledge, a gigolo is a young man who I believe there's a whole show on it on that network where they do Love It or Listed, I think.
HGTV.
No. What's the network?
It's like fucking Property Brothers. There's like that show, this husband and wife. House Hunters. 10 at fucking 9 o'clock every night is the gigolo hour. And they go into how this guy gets real estate by fucking old women.
Dude, everyone would watch that.
I would love that.
Dude, if I would watch that, we need to pitch that to HGTV.
That'd be so good.
We don't have to be the gigolos, but maybe
I'd be a gigolo. If they don't want to hire someone to act for it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
I'll
volunteer as tribute.
I'll executive produce. What do you want it to be called? Door-to-door gigolo? Gigolo hunter? That sounds that sounds a bit more violent. That sounds a bit like a Dog the Bounty Hunter show.
What do we title it?
I'm thinking, are you flipping houses or are you just finding new houses?
Backdoor salesman. Because you're going through the back door of the house and you're also
you're fucking
penetrating in the back door.
Butt. Are we flipping
backdoor
houses?
Man. Or are we That's the goal. That's my goal. So I go to the character, not me.
The character.
The character.
It's real life.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a fucking I was thinking like it's gonna be like an HBO show.
No, we're still on HGTV.
I know, but that's the point. It's just it's a random normal television show on HGTV. That's what I thought we were doing.
So the show is about an HGTV show, or it's
no. It's just coincidentally on HGTV. It's shot like an HBO show, so it's very gritty and real.
Oh my God!
Right?
And I was imagining it's fully made like an HGTV show.
I was thinking it's just gonna be on that because it's just like everything else is the normal HGTV shit. But at 9 o'clock every Tuesday, there's this show that gets really serious.
I like to imagine. I was hoping it was kind of more like a Nathan For You situation where everything is completely real, but even
no one knows but us.
Yeah.
That'd be funny too, but I just thought because of
people's lives by fucking women and flipping a house.
Old women.
Old women specifically. There is a Gigolo show. Yeah, you know this, yes?
No.
That was where this started. That's how we got an HGTV.
Didn't it like just come out or something? Because I know there's showing Hulu that just started about something like that. Or like not really, but this.
It was on Showtime.
What was it called? Oh, Gigolos with a G. I thought it was with a J.
No, it's Gigolo.
I read that as Gigolo.
It looks. I think. I'm not gonna say. Oh my God, is that a snake around his neck? Oh my
Don't
God.
show me.
It'll be in the podcast. Everybody can look at it in the podcast.
If you have snake phobia, don't look.
It's called Snobia. Gigolos is a reality television series that follows an uncensored look at the life of Las Vegas gigolos. There's 55 episodes.
55 episodes of Gigolo?
That's not that many.
That's a lot more for a Gigolo show.
How many would you expect?
2 seasons. 12 episodes each.
We might also like My Fake Boyfriend and Sex in the City.
Sex and the City is actually a very popular show.
Oh, and then on Videoland, there's another thing called Gigolo, which looks like it's starring Jeff Bezos.
Let me see. What? Is that Jeff Bezos?
It really looks like Jeff Bezos. What are you doing, Jeffrey?
Jeff, what happened? His wife took too much of his
Who
money.
is this
His
guy?
ex-wife took too much money from him.
There's no credits on
Yeah,
this
the
film.
star on Gigolo.
Unless this is Jackie Blackholman. It's not. Who is this? Oh, wait. We have to get to the bottom. Sculpted single men with lusty looks having sex with wealthy middle-aged women. Hey, this is finally paying off on your gilfiness that you were all into in that one.
I don't like gilfs.
That's the stereotypical image of a gigolo.
Like
In
milfs.
this documentary, we will debunk the preconceptions that exist about gigolos and their clients. I really did not know how to say the word preconceptions. I struggled through that one. Dude, that guy fucking looks exactly like
looks
Jeff
like
Bezos.
like little brother.
I think they just look the
Like
same.
Mezos.
Why is
Mezos. I don't fucking
meth?
Mezos.
Yeah, he works with Walter White. This is my. We made meth. Meth Bezos, that is. We're gonna sell him as a person.
He has Mamazon. Methazon.
He has eBay. Joaquin, obviously he has eBay.
Obviously.
eBay does have good shit, but you gotta look for it.
But it's so like you can get fucked over on eBay so easily.
Oh yeah,
Like so easily.
you could order like a Spider-Man 2 poster and then get a jar just of things.
It's a mason jar.
Just-
no lid either.
No, it's
You can't
filled
even
with-
use a mason jar.
and it is full of a liquid.
yeah.
But you don't want to touch it.
There's no lid on it though. So it was
It's
it was
spilled all out in the box.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Smells like ammonia. You think a girl could still be called Cade?
Yeah, I think a girl could be called Cade. I think
Yeah.
that they would they'd be like, your name's Kate? No, they say Cade.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they do, and I'm a boy.
Yeah. It's really funny when I know some of my work for a couple months now. Whenever like properly introduce myself, like my name,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we start talking one day because I come over and get a drink, and I say, "Hi, how you doing?" And they say, "Good," and they don't know my name, so they just assume it is Joaquin or Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
And I always want to turn around and go, "It's Joaquin," because it's
Yeah.
not a big deal. I'll be like, "It's Joaquin." That's how you probably say it.
Yeah.
But I feel like such a dick doing it because I feel like I'll turn around and be like, "It's Joaquin."
My favorite
I
thing
feel bad.
is when we're at a party and you have to get introduced to someone.
Yeah.
And then for the entire time, like you'll say Joaquin, and they go, Joaquin?
I'm like, no.
And then they go,
It was, Like, oh, no, look at my lips. Yeah, yeah.
I've never
It's
heard
also, it's kind of a big ego boost for me because I always go, my name's Joaquin. Like, oh, that's a sick name, man.
people do like your name.
All the
And
time.
then they can't say it.
And I'm like, what's your name? Like, Alex. I'm like, that's a cool name, man.
you gotta dole it out.
Could you after you?
I've literally never heard anyone at any party call you Joaquin until like then maybe they know you more.
Yeah.
But a person that you've met,
Well,
like
my
that's
name's
the first
my name's
time.
not easy to remember, to be fair.
No, but they're saying the whole thing, but then they're going at the end.
Yeah, I don't get where the I don't say if I said Joaquin, okay, I get
feel
it.
like it's really different.
It's a very clear Joaquin.
Yeah. It's a hard N. You have the hard N at the end of your name.
I prefer it with the soft.
A soft N.
The soft end. Walkie.
Walkie? Dude.
Walkie talkie.
Has anyone ever called you walkie talkie?
I'm called Walkie Slush.
We could,
There's a meme where it's like, you know what lean is?
no.
You know what lean is? So it's like comethazine, like cough syrup.
Okay. Why the fuck did you jump to code methazine?
That's what like the real term for it is.
Okay.
Cough syrup with Jolly Ranchers and Sprite.
Oh.
And it's supposed to make you feel.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
supposed to make you feel like lean.
Okay.
And so we got the name Walkie Slush, like from a meme.
Okay.
And then my friend randomly called me that one day. I was like, "You're a fucking genius. I've never been called that before, and you're a genius."
If you ever wanted to name a segment walkie talkie, I'd be fine with that.
I would love to do that.
You should, when you get to the formulas one.
Holy fucking shit, you're a genius, dude. If I have like a
God,
15-minute show called Walkie Talkie,
And you're walking and
that'd
talking.
be amazing,
I think that you walk over.
dude. That's genius.
You walk onto the Formula One fields, track,
grid
paddock. Okay, well
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
It's
said
okay.
either of those
you
words.
don't know the terms. It's okay. I'm really proud of guacamole.
Guacamole is good
Yeah,
too.
I like that one. That's like my tag for everything. Or walk.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Waka.
No, actually, not why I thought of that. That's a good one.
You should consider it.
What
for
if my
Pac-Man.
friend calls me
James.
He calls me James. He refused to call me anything else but James. I had one when I was in I played baseball, because when you played travel baseball, for some reason chants get very like integrated with your team.
Chants?
Like when you're up to bat.
Okay.
Your team chants for you, right? Because I don't know what it is.
That never happened when I played baseball.
Well, travel baseball. Travel baseball. I don't know where it came from, but it just kind of started. And I got Joaquin because I would cream the ball.
Oh yeah,
but
that's why they were thinking.
Always would be in the batting box. I hear Joaquin. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, what a bad name for me.
Not a good nickname.
I appreciate the sentiment where I was coming from, but I'm like, Joaquin's so ass.
Let's give each other new baseball nicknames that we would chant at each other. What would you give me,
Brian? Because also there'd be ones where they go like,
my name is admittedly hard to nickname. I've never had a nickname.
Like they would just go like Joaquin, Joaquin.
Oh, that's fun.
Joaquin. I like that one. That one I liked a lot.
That's like that would do that in real baseball.
Because also my name goes very well with Let's Go Joaquin.
Yeah, because it's two.
So it's like Let's Go Joaquin. Dun, 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 dun. And all it was really funny because my name would be really good for all this shit. I was ass at hitting. I was so bad, dude. Because I was very scared of the ball. There would be weekends where I wasn't scared of the ball. I was able to hit better, but I was always really scared. So they have all these cool chants, and that also like made me more nervous. And then you'd be like, ah! It made me more nervous because I'm like, I gotta perform now. I can't let them down, and I'd always fucking.
And then they go 1, 2, 3, and you're like, I didn't even move.
yeah. Joaquin, that was a good one.
That's just your name. You said that like it was
well,
different.
the way they said it, that was a good one. Guacamole, I think might have came from there. I don't know.
But they go like, mix it up. Guacamole, mix it up.
No, that would have been so good though. It would have been so good if they have samba dancers.
Yes. That'd be great. You bring your whole entourage.
I can't think of one for you, man.
Cade's hard to nickname.
Because Cade is just like...
It somehow sums me up pretty good.
Yeah. Because you can't really come up with it. Like, also nicknames you can't just come up with.
Yeah.
They're a natural progression of things.
Yeah.
You know? We had a guy on my team named Big Baby.
Was he a big baby?
He was big as shit, but he would get really emotional. So we started calling him Big Baby. Well, his dad called it that.
His dad called it? That's so mean.
Dude, parents, when their kids start playing more like professional sports like that, they get really mean. My parents never got mean to me, which is fantastic.
They just threw baseballs at you till you were stopped scared of the ball.
Yeah. No, my dad would do that to me, actually.
Would he really?
'Cause I used to play catcher, and I was
How
scared
were you
of the ball.
scared of the ball if you're the catcher?
I was able to defend it, but I had like a thing where I'd do this with my head. So, because I'm a dumbass, right? And I'm wearing a full mask. I didn't have like... Yeah. There's two different kinds of catcher masks. There's the one where it's like the full equipment, like a fucking gladiator. Yeah. There's ones where like you wear like a backward helmet and like a little mask over it, but the side of your head's exposed. My side of my head was always covered, but my neck would be exposed if I turned my fucking head. So I started doing this thing where I would turn my head and I could hit the side of the neck all the fucking time. But what was fucking ridiculous, because I would do with my dad, and he would like pelt the balls on the ground, so they bounce hard.
Oh, I was imagining that your dad like woke you up by throwing baseballs.
No.
And then like you're eating your breakfast.
We would just go practice. Like me and my dad would go to somewhere like practice on a field, and we like hitting all that kind of stuff. And then like for like 30, 45 minutes, I'd be on my knees or like on my squat position and go down and block balls in front of my chest. That's what it is. I had to block balls, man. But I was a good ball blocker.
And you were on your knees the whole time.
And I was on my knees the whole time. Dang. I would drop down to my knees, block them straight in the face.
Would you open your mouth?
Just kind of sometimes get in the mode, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get like I just like open my mouth and let the spit drop out a little bit.
Yeah, just hit the ball so they're a little, slicker.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you don't want to have them. You want it to be firm, but you want them to still move around.
Yeah. You still want some little bit of like slickness.
You want leverage.
You want leverage. Yeah. You want a little bit like so it's not as rough.
Yeah.
You know? But I would do this practice forever, and whenever game time would happen, I would always do this shit, and I was like hitting the fucking side of the neck all the fucking time.
Would you have a big bruise?
I'd have a couple times. It wasn't all the time, but like there's times where I would fucking do it. I hit the side of the neck, and I just fall on the ground because it's when a ball is off the ground, bounce up.
That hurts.
There's a lot of force that comes, especially if it's off the plate.
Yeah.
Because plate, it's kind of like a hard material, so it bounces just as hard.
Did you ever point at your dick?
Huh?
You know how catchers always point at his dick? He's like, "Two."
Yes, I did point my dick.
That's awesome.
I did point my dick, yes. And it'll be actually pretty cool when I do mound visits. That's my favorite. I'd be like, time, Blue, time. I go up to the front. I go up there. It's also fun. My coaches get mad at me for doing that because I took it very seriously playing baseball, right? So I imagine I was the MLB. I'm in the MLB. My pitcher's fucking up. I got to talk to him, right? So my coach is like, just play the fucking game. I'm like, no, coach. He needs to be talked to right now. So I'd be like, listen, how you doing? He's like, okay. I'm like, no, you're not. You're fucking up.
Why do you have such a deep voice when you're 8?
I get serious. No, I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
So my voice was pretty high pitched back then.
Yeah.
But I get serious, right? So I'd get really deep voice.
How about we do this? I'll be the pitch guy, and you be you coming up to me to talk. So let's do the. We'll do the whole scene. You ready?
Yeah.
Action.
Time, Blue. Time. You do your arcade?
My parents are getting a divorce.
I meant, are you okay right now in the game?
Well, I guess individually speaking, yes, but from an overall
Well,
perspective.
I'm gonna lie to you. I understand where your parents getting divorced because you are sucking ass right now. Okay, listen. 1 fastball, 2 changeup. If I go 2-1, you throw a curveball. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at me in the eyes.
I lost vision
Look
in
me
my
in
left
the
eye
eyes,
today.
right?
I hit the head and I lost vision in my left eye.
Who hit you? Your dad? 'Cause you suck. That makes sense,
it happened
right?
earlier in the game, but I guess that also is happening in my life.
Why didn't you? Coach.
We don't need to
Come on,
talk.
Coach, come over here.
We have a third party entering this.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Mickey Mouse, how are you doing today?
This motherfucker cannot see out of his left eye.
But I'm the best.
What?
pitcher
Fuck
on-
you. What do you mean you can't see your left eye?
Can't see out of my left
Is it when
eye.
that baseball bat hit you in the side of the head when you run the first?
Yeah.
And I did the 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 5 fingers, and you said you were fine.
Yeah, I said I was fine, but I was just
I
counting
told
the
you, Coach, I
numbers.
was right there. Well, he was fucked up.
Whenever I get hit in the head, I just count normally, and it just so happened to line up with the fingers that you were showing me. So I was just really, this was happening right now.
You know what, Coach? I think he's good to pitch still. You know what? He's showing tenacity and grit.
Let's call Kevin Costner.
You can't do a Kevin Costner impression.
I'll be Kevin Costner.
Hey, Jerry.
I don't know what he sounds like at all.
I like when you don't know how to do an impression, you just do fucking Kramer.
I go to Seinfeld characters.
It's good.
I can do Jerry, I can do George, I can do Kramer.
Do it.
Hey, what's the deal with Kramer? Oh, hey, what's going on with George? I'm angry, Jerry, I'm angry.
So Kramer's just Yosemite Sam for you.
Yosemite, yeah.
That's
That rabbit is my neighbor, taking my mail.
that's just Kramer. I would love to see him play
Yosemite
live
Sam?
action Yosemite Sam.
Dude, that's a great choice.
I would love to see that.
Is he alive?
Maybe. I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
haven't watched Seinfeld.
That show has been off the air since the
And
90s.
I never watched it.
It's quite good.
I think I watched I watched like 2 episodes maybe. It was on the TV downstairs and I just watched it. But then I'd
I've
leave.
seen every episode of Seinfeld.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Isn't it just he's like a stand-up bit? He's like,
Mm-mm.
well, but like it's the story of the stand-up bit.
Nope, always it opens on him doing a stand-up bit. There's one where he's like, "What's the deal with the socks in the dryer? You see them and they're hiding in there, and I bet they're planning to escape." They're like, "Wah, wah, wah."
Oh, I thought it was like.
And then the episode's like about them having to wait at a Chinese restaurant.
I thought like the whole point of the show is like he was telling stand-up bits. These are all just stories.
That's smart.
That's what I thought it was.
Never was that.
Okay.
I bet that's how they pitched the show, because the first couple episodes are a bit more like that.
Okay.
But as they went on, they're just like, all right, well, Kramer's going to be making the roads safer in New
They're
York.
mostly true stories, to an extent, from what I've
You think
heard.
the episode where Kramer paints the roads in New York City with a paint bucket from Home Depot is a
no,
true
but
story?
because there's times where like George Costanza would be talking with
Jerry.
Larry David.
Oh, Larry David.
Yeah, real life Larry David. He's like, I don't understand this character. Who the fuck am I supposed to play right now? He's like, you're playing me. I've done this before. That's
Jerry.
fucking Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
You're playing me!
But he's like,
What do you mean?
oh, that makes more sense because he was literally playing him.
Shrinkage! That's the episode that I feel like was real. Where he got out of the pool and was like, there's shrinkage! Do you know that one?
I do know that one actually. I do know that one because there's Seinfeld like clips and lines that are like synonymous with history. Now.
It's a history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because like there's some things you just like when you say, "What's the deal with the socks in your dryer?" I knew that.
What's the deal is Jerry Seinfeld's catchphrase. Because he's the everyman.
Yeah, he's everyman. Yeah.
And that's why when
Everyone
he
loves
made the
Jerry.
B movie, he was able to spend $300,000 on a software that was the same as Skype.
I love that fact.
Could have just
It's
used Skype,
so
Jerry.
fucking funny. He has that show
Comedians Coffee.
I love that show.
I have a comic book cover.
I see it right there.
It's
That's why I thought about
It's
it.
Batman and Superman getting coffee
Yeah.
with Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, it's Superman getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, and Batman's like swooping in to steal his car back. That's what it looks like.
It is weird that Batman's not the one in the car.
Well, because Batman wouldn't be the one to go get coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. It would be Superman.
But why'd they take his car?
Because Jerry probably liked it.
That's true.
He's like, let me drive this.
I do like the
Why
idea.
drive this car?
Hey, I like the idea. Hey, Superman. We're booking some people for my new show. Comedians in cars getting coffee with superheroes. Would you be willing to do it? I just called the Flash, and that didn't go well. Apparently, he's lost in the multiverse. Don't know how that's like, but I know what it's like to lose socks in the dryer.
Oh, what's the deal?
What's the deal? I Superman as a guest on this a Seinfeld show would be so funny. I'm considering, just for fun, writing 2 specific essays. I know that's a really weird
That
sentence.
is so weird to say that.
But I want to write an essay about the smile of Christopher Reeve as Superman. And specifically, I love the idea of calling an essay "Water is Wet" and then writing about how good Jaws is, because that's so what it feels like saying.
Dude,
understand.
if we got fucking Willem Dafoe on the podcast, my
we'll
first
fly to
question would be, why is your penis so big?
I like the idea that he can answer that question.
He would have an answer. It's
He'd have
Dafoe.
an answer. He's like, well,
I would love to interview Willem Dafoe.
I would love to talk to the band.
Dude.
What does he sound like? He'd be like, well, I was born with a kind of above average penis. I can't do it.
At the age of 2, I was hung.
At the age of 2, fucking A. I was dragging one head on the ground, dragging one head through the air. They called me the shark because I have a little fin sticking out of my shorts.
I also love how I've never seen a normal photo of Willem Dafoe.
He's always having a really
like his outfits
adventure.
are always crazy, man.
But do you know the story? And you won't know the story, but I like to phrase the question like this: of that that picture he's holding a moldy orange and a regular orange. He's got a cigarette in his mouth.
Actually, I think I've seen that before.
Do you know the story behind it? Neither do I. I was asking if you knew the story behind it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like phrasing it like, do you know the story? I'm like, no. And then you explained the story.
No, that would have been cool, though.
That would have been way better.
That would have been really good.